You may already be good at counting coins, but you will review the value of different coins and practice counting coins in this lesson. You will identify and compare the value of money. You will construct a value for money with dollars and cents. Remember, a penny's worth 1, a nickel's worth 5, a dime's worth 10, and a quarter 25. Remember that when you're doing this lesson, you're going to remember what each of those coins represent, and you may need to know what they look like as well. Now these pictures represent hairy money. It shows that this money has hair and it's helping you to count that money. Now I show a different way to count money, and that's using touch points. I've had a poster on the wall all year long. It was orange and it was in the front of the room underneath the smartboard, if you recall. Mine was a little bit different. I used X's, and I'm going to review that here in a few moments. Penny's worth 1, a nickel's worth 5, a dime's worth 10, and a quarter 25. All right, our first coin we're going to talk about is a penny, and a penny is worth 1 cent, and Maylee is going to put one of her pennies in the box for us. All right, or you can put 2 of them. You can put a couple of them. Go ahead, put them in there, please. All right, so I'm gonna zoom it in here. And remember, on the penny, we have a picture of Abraham Lincoln. Okay, so we have Abraham Lincoln on the penny. It is a copper color. It's the only one of that color, and it's worth 1. And it's a penny. So when we're counting pennies, we just count by ones. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Our next coin is a nickel, and a nickel is worth 5 cents. And the nickel, Maylee's gonna put 2 nickels down for us. Go ahead, Maylee. Go ahead and put them down. Put them on there. Yep. And the nickel has the profile of Thomas Jefferson. He was our 3rd president, and so that is Thomas Jefferson. And the nickel is a silver color, and it is bigger than our next coin. It's bigger in size than our next coin. which is the dime. So we're moving on to the dime. Our next coin is the dime, and the dime is worth 10 cents. All right, the dime is worth 10 cents. All right, Maylee, go ahead and put the dimes down for us. All right, the dime is smaller in size than the nickel. And the dime has this kind of edge around the outside. It's hard to see here. That's kind of lined where the outside of the nickel is smooth. And this president that's on here is FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, FDR. So he's one of our presidents that's on the dime. And the dime is worth 10. All right, our next coin is the quarter, and a quarter is worth 25 cents. All right, Maylee, go ahead and put the quarters. All right, the quarter is the largest coin out of the 4 that we have so far. And on the front of the quarter, we have George Washington. On the back, we have the eagle, although a lot of them are different because we have different states and different things on the back of them. So that is the quarter, and the quarter also has like that little edge where it's kind of lined. So that's the quarter, and it's worth 25 cents. The next coin that we have is a $50, but we do not have any $50 that I'm aware of at our house. So a $50 is bigger in size than the quarter, and it is worth 50 cents. Hence the fact that it is half of a dollar. A dollar is worth 100 pennies in it, so half of 100 is 50. So a $50 is worth 50 cents. I'm sorry that I don't have a actual $50 to show you. So most places don't really use them as currency a lot anymore, so we don't really have any here at our house. My apologies on that. Okay, so let's say that you had a problem where it says, please tell me the amount of a quarter, a dime, and a nickel. So some people do this different ways. One way that you could figure this out is by taking a quarter's worth 25, and a dime is worth 10, and a nickel is worth 5, and adding them up. So I know that 5 plus 5 is 10, carry the 1, 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 4, 40 cents. So you could do it that way. However, say I was counting up my change, I might not have a way to add it up like this. So I am going to need to count my money otherwise. I'm going to show you another way to count this up. All right, so your coins are pretty small here. So I'm going to just make them bigger. So this is a quarter, and this is a dime, and this is a nickel. I'm just going to do it like that so you can see. Obviously, I made a Q for quarter, a D for dime, and an N for nickel. Thank you, Maylee. Okay. So this is how I do this. It's touch points, but only with money. So the touch points on a quarter are, if you remember, I drew them at the very beginning of this lesson. So top, bottom, left, and right. And then in the middle for the quarter. Then the dime is the top and the bottom, and the nickel is boom right in the middle. So those are the touch points for those specific coins. So if I were counting these coins, and I'm going to be counting by 5s, I can count by 5s to figure out how much money this is. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So I just figured out the same thing, only by counting with touch points with these coins. For question number 1, you need to match the words with the money values. For example, number 1 says 25 cents. 25 cents, because there's a decimal right before the 25. So that equals 25 cents. So you're going to have to go over to the right side, and you're going to have to see which of those words equals the same as 25 cents. And when you find that correct vocabulary word over there, you're going to put a 1 beside it. And you're going to continue with the rest of the words for number 1. We have on the right side, we have quarter, dollar, penny, dime, half dollar, and nickel. For number 1, there's 25 cents, $1, 10 cents, 5 cents, 1 cent, and 50 cents. All right, so for number 2, what is the value of the following set of money? 3 dimes plus 4 nickels minus 2 pennies. So you can figure that out any way that works for you. So you could do it the way like I showed you on the marker board, where you add up 3 dimes. So remember how much a dime is worth? 3 of those, add those up, then add up what 4 nickels would be, add those up, then add that up all total, and then take away 2 pennies. Or you could put out those coins and then add them up. Question 3. What is the value of the following set of money? 2 quarters, excuse me, I'm so sorry, plus 3 dimes minus 4 pennies. 2 quarters plus 3 dimes minus 4 pennies. Question 4 will be coming up here in a moment. $1/2, remember that equals 50 cents, plus a 1 quarter, and then you're going to subtract 2 dimes. So you're going to add up the $1/2 plus the quarter, and then you're going to subtract the 2 dimes. So any way that you need to work that out, whatever strategy works for you. But you're going to work that out, and then you're going to find your answer. Now remember, that doesn't mean $45 or $35 or $55. That's 45 cents, 35 cents, and 55 cents. That's a decimal before that those numbers. All right, the last question is, what is the value of the following set of money? You're going to add quite a few things here. $1/2 plus 2 quarters plus 4 dimes plus 7 nickels plus 9 pennies. I'd also like to say that if your parents have these coins lying around, or you have pretend money lying around, and you would like to put this money out like Maylee and I did in the values that these questions are, go for it. So here is a trophy. What's this trophy mean? That you've done a great job with counting your coins and your money. Yay, you just won this trophy for doing such a great job.